We're again live and are ready to see the skaters in action on this third day of these World Championships. We already had an exciting first 2 days with Joy Beune and Sander Uitrum taking home the gold on the 2000 and 5000 meters on Thursday. And the Dutch women and Chinese men took home the gold on the team sprint. And yesterday it was again a great day for the Dutch as they claimed gold on the team pursuit. The 500 meters for the women where Femke Kok claimed her third consecutive title. And Yannick de Bo, who won his first world title on the 500 meters for the men, a new track record. And it was Team USA who also showed some great form by winning the men's team pursuit with almost 2 seconds advantage over the number 2. So we're ready for this third day of racing in the Olympic Hall in Hamar, Norway. This Saturday, the 15th of January. As we shortly see the program on the screen. We'll shortly start with the women 1000 meters. Followed by the 1000 meters for the men. See the schedule here, so the 1000 meters for both women and men. After that we have the 5000 meters, the longest distance this weekend for the women, and we end today with the mass start for the men. Again, a tight battle between all skaters, as you see some replay of the video of the warming up. It's obviously Femke Kok, after her world title yesterday, wasn't happy with her race. Wasn't set for Jutta Leerdam. She claimed the silver medal, very happy with her race, and this is her distance, obviously. You see the minus 8.3 degrees of the ice. So we have again 12 pairs, 24 women that will be skating the 1000 meters during these IU World Speed Skating Championships.
Skaters, 2 minutes to start. 2 minutes to start, skaters.
So yesterday a big crowd gathered in the Olympic Hall in Norway. On this Saturday we once again see so many empty seats in the Olympic Hall. There Takagi warming up. We'll see her in pair number 11 later. Here we go, the starting list. So Femke Kok, the world champion, already in pair number 2. Didn't skate any 1000 meters, as well as Erin Jackson in the World Cups this season. Pair numbers 5, 2, 8. Of course, 2 Japanese girls on pair number 8, and we end with pair number 9 to 12. Jutta Leerdam against Brittany Bowe, pair number 12, and Mai Han against Mio Takagi in pair number 11. So it is almost 1400 local time, 2 p.m. as we start with pair number 1. And these 1000 meters for the women. This is the lane from Nigel Lee representing Korea. 8th yesterday on the 500 meters against the Olympic champion. The 500 meters, 5th yesterday. Erin Jackson representing the USA. I said she also didn't skate any 1000 meters this season during the World Cup, but she is skating on this World Champion, therefore she is in that first pair. And they're all with the first race of today. Nigel Lee against Erin Jackson. Lee won bronze in the B division, 1,000 meters in Heerenveen, the last World Cup. The first opening time 79 for Jackson, 18.0 for Nigel Lee. Nigel Lee with start in that inner lane. Sometimes to be said that that's a little bit of an advantage as you have also the last inner corner. The first full lap for these women, it is 45.44 for Jackson, 45.67 for Nigel Lee. This track record Mio Takagi skated 5 years ago, 1:13.75. Will we see sometimes towards that fast time of Mio Takagi? We will see today as this Jackson in the outer corner through the last corner. She finishes here in a time of 1:16.11. 1:16.82 for Nigel Lee. Those are the first two women on the scoreboard. Jackson won 3 World Cups this season, only 500 meters. Also the winner of the 500 meter World Cup classification. Okay reaction from the coach, but it is always difficult to determine what her time will be worth. She has a lot of waiting to do as we then continue to pair number 2. It is Femke Kok representing the Netherlands. 3rd consecutive world title yesterday on the 500 meters. She skates against Sofia Torp-Prostrinova representing Denmark. Former short track speed skater, married to Victor Torp, who we'll be seeing tomorrow or later today. I mean, during the mass starts for the men. That's the start, so Femke Kok against Sofia Torp-Prostrinova. There should be a big gap between the two. Femke Kok, one of the best skaters at the moment. In the 1,000 and 500 meters, of course. She between the 17.69 and 84 for Sofia Torp-Prostrinova. It's a lot better on those full laps, so the speed will now come for the Danish, and it is Femke Kok towards the bell for the last lap. Her first full lap was in 27 to 44.95, half a second ahead of Jackson. 46.1 for Sofia Torp-Prostrinova. Kok crosses over. Sofia Prostrinova has to do it all on her own. She moves into the last inner corner. Tries to keep the rhythm up. Tries to keep that speed. As she finishes here in a time of 1:14.98. The best time at the moment, a 1:17.69 for Sofia Torp-Prostrinova. It's very difficult to say what her time will be worth. Saw some track records last 2 days on their team pursuits and the team sprints. Also yesterday, Jenning de Bo in the 500 meter with a 34.24, 10 faster than the very old track record of Jeremy Waterspoon from 2008. So let's see what the time is for. 1:14.98. That's the time to beat the next couple of skaters as we continue to pair number 3. The inner lane for Anna Osländer representing Germany, the 22-year-old, number 24 in the World Cup classification. Skates against Nikola Zradolova representing the Czech Republic. So on Thursday on the 3,000 meters, ended up in 10th place. already had a win on the 1000 meters this season. She won the B division in Milwaukee. Placed during the last World Cup in Heerenveen with the opening times 18:3 for both women. That's a strong first start of Femke Kok that we just saw. Fastest sprinter at the moment. She needs to keep that speed into the final lap. Let's see what the first full lap of these women will, especially Zadorova. Now at speed. Here's a 28.0 lap time for both women. Almost side by side, only 200ths of a second between them. As they enter the final lap. Auslander Thursday also present on the team sprint, but unfortunately got a disqualification with Team Germany. We have the finish here. It is the win for Nicola Zadorova. She finishes in 1:16.09, second place at the moment, and a 1:17.50 for Anna Auslander. Now the 5th place. We then continue to pair number 4. It is the inner lane for Justina Zileva, representing Kazakhstan. For only 500 meter yesterday. Great result for just missed out on the podium. She skates against Lea Sophie Schürlitz, representing Germany. Both 25 years old. That's the start of pair number 4. Zilieta against Schürlitz. Schürlitz just missed out on a medal yesterday in the team sprint with Team Germany. Ended up in 4th place. Result this season, 18th place. Last World Cup in Heerenveen. The opening times 18:1 for Zilieva and 87 for Schürlitz. Silver medal already this season during the World Cup in Calgary. Won a silver medal in the B division on the 1000 meters. We hear the bell for the last lap. 46.7. Justina Zileva already 1.8 seconds behind on Kok. 47.2 for Schultz. Schultz just crosses in front of Zilieva. Zilieva. Great last push there from her as she enters the last inner corner. She's on her way to the finish line. Let's see what their times will be. It is a 1:17.02. 5th place at the moment for Zilieva. And 1:17.8 for Lea Sophie Schürlitz. So still Femke Kok leading these 1000 meters. We have to see towards the last couple of pairs what her time is worth. 1:14.98. Zadorova now in second, 1:16.09 and 1:16.11. Erin Jackson, third place at the moment. We could deal with pair number 5, Isabelle van Els, representing Belgium in the inner lane. And Su Min Kang representing Korea in the outer lane. Su Min-kang, only 21 years old. First appearance of her this weekend, this 1000 meter. She's started together with Isabelle van Elst. This Isabelle van Elst who has the stronger start, 18.3 for her, 87 for Su Min-kang. Su Min-kang best result of 10th place in Poland during World Cup number 5. Isabelle van Elst already a bronze medal this season during the last World Cup in the team pursuit with Team Belgium, and shares the belt above the last lap, the full lap. 27.9 for Isabelle van Elst and 28.42 for Su Min-kang. 5th and 9th intermediate time. This is Isabelle van Elst crossing over Su Min-kang. Keeps her hand on her back for a more aerodynamic position. See that often now on the 1500 meters. Not a lot on the 1000 meters. This a little bit faster with the 1:16.83 for Isabelle van Elst. 5th time at the moment, and 1:17.98 for Su Min-kang. Good race by Isabelle van Elst. Couldn't use the draft of Su Min-kang on that last straight. She would have won it. Same goes for Femke Kok. She has to wait what her time will be worth. So continue with pair number 6. In a lane for Min Sung Kim, representing Korea. Bronze medal winner yesterday on the 500 meters. So she will be feeling good. Let's see what she can do on these 1000 meters, double that distance. See in the outer lane, Qi Jin representing China. So here we go, it is number 20 in the World Cup classification, Kim against number 28, Jin. Fast start from the Korean skater. Already a big lead over Yin. Very slow start from Yin indeed, with 17.8 from Kim. First start for her, but we know that from that bronze medal yesterday that she can do those first 100 meters quite good. Can she keep that speed in the last lap? Let's see what the first full lap it will be. Here's the 27.8. That's where Femke Kok. The first full lap 27.2. Used out about 0.5 of a second there. This is good as she can use Yin as a target. Yin now with the higher speed, as you see on the bottom right of the screen. Has that great endurance, that great end as she wins this 6th pair in 1:15.79. So second time for her at the moment. In 1:16.11 for Min Sung Kim. 4th place for her. Means that Femke Kok is still leading with the 1:14.98. Jin 1:15.79 and 1:16.09 from Nikola Sarlova. Number 3 at the moment. Yin 5th on the team sprint. on Thursday with Team China. Second pairs of this weekend as we continue with pair number 7. In a lane representing Poland, Karolina Bozik. Her bronze medal in a pocket from the team sprint on Thursday, and she skates against Beatrice Lemarché, 26-year-old silver medalist on the team sprint on Thursday with Team Canada. And they're off for pair number 7, so we are halfway these 1,000 meters for the women in the ISU World Speed Skating Championships. This Bozik, who has the better beginning 79 against the 18-17 for Lemarché. So Bozik 10th yesterday on the 500 meters. That she has some speed, but for those 500 meter specialists, the last lap is the hardest. So the 27.7 for Bozik, already 7/10 behind on Kok, and 46.04 for Lemarché. She just crosses in front of Bozik. Great crossing there for Bozik. Can get into the draft of Lemarché. And now go full speed into that last inner corner. Difficult last 15 meters as she finishes here in a time of 1:16.51 and 1:70.27 for Lemarché. The 6th and 10th time at the moment. So no changes yet in the top 3 at the moment. Kok, Jin and Shadalova. That's still the top 3 as we continue to pair number 8. The Leerdam warming up. See you back in pair number 12. Here we go. It is a Japanese pair, Ryo Yamada in the inner lane, number 10 in the World Cup classification of this season against her teammate Yukino Yoshida, 22-year-old, number 17 in this year's World Cup classification. Start of pair number 8. So we also saw both women on the 500 meter yesterday. You know, they can do a pretty good start. Yamada 11th. And Yoshida on the inner lane 6th yesterday on that 500 meters. And 79 for both Japanese women. So Yamada had a great last work on 3rd on the 1,000 meters in Heerenveen. What can she do on the Speed Skating World Championship? For the bell for the last lap. 45.5 for Yamada, 45.7 for Yoshida. Yoshida, bronze medal winning World Cup classification for 500 meters. Tries to get into the draft of her teammate. The high speed there for Yamada. She enters the inner corner. Already alongside Yoshida. We have the finish. It is 1:15.61 for Yamada and 1:16.06 for Yoshida. Numbers 2 and 4 in the overall classification at the moment.
Coaches. Coaches. 20 meters.
Good race from the Japanese women as we continue to pair number 9. Nina Lane, Angelika Wojcik representing Poland. She takes it up against Nadjida Morozova representing Kazakhstan. Just missed out on a medal in the team sprint on Thursday. Ended up in 4th place with Team Kazakhstan. Number 15 in the World Cup classification. They are away, Wojcik against Morozova. Against, of course, the current leader, Femke Kok. To beat hers, they need a time faster than 1:14.98. They start by Wojcik, 7th yesterday on the 500 meters. Already has a bronze medal in a pocket. Bronze medal from the team sprint. Second in the World Cup classification on the 500 meter. Great technique from her in those corners. And sits very low with that upper body as the first pull up goes in 28.34. A little bit too slow compared to the top times at the moment. This Morozova, who is almost alongside now, goes behind Wojcik. So Wojcik can cut in the draft of Morozova. Has to do it all by her own as she finishes in the time. That's unfortunately not on the screen. Like the time had stopped. So it was in the end Wojcik in 1:17.28, 13th time. And Morozova, the 1:18.34, the 18th time at the moment. Femke Kok, you already saw it, pair number 2. It's completely changed. Will be cooling down already as we continue to pair number 10. It is Natalia Jabrysk representing Poland in the inner lane. She takes it up against Antoinette Rijpma de Jong in the outer lane representing the Netherlands. Won the world title on the team pursuit yesterday of Team the Netherlands. Number 6 in the World Cup classification. With a false start for the Duchess. Already moved a little bit there and then she just went. She the back right skate moving to the side. So we'll have a restart by starter Mathieu Vra.
False start, outer lane, not stable. Go for the start. Red.
A long wait, but they may go as it is. Rijpma de Jong against Jabrysk. Jabrysk both during the last World Cup in Heerenveen of 1000 meters. Won the Master in the B division in Heerenveen. Great performance there. This is the fast opening from Rijman de Jong, the 18-2. This is the great exchange from the Duchess. Can get really close to Jabris, already alongside her. So Rijman de Jong in the lead, and we know that she can do some good 1500s and 3000 meters. 46.0. More than a second behind on Cox, so she has a lot to win in that last lap. Numbers 6 and 8 in the overall World Cup classification this season. It looks like there is a slightly higher speed. Can she maybe gain a little bit more? Not enough, as it is the win for Rijman de Jong in the time of 1:15.51. The second time at the moment on 1:16.14. Natalia Jabris. And this was a great exchange from Antoinette. Rijman de Jong could get into the draft. Definitely helped her a little bit, as we still have Femke Kok leading. Antoinette Rijman de Jong in second. Rio Yamada now in third place. As we go to the last two pairs, the final four women on the ice. To continue with pair number 11, Nina Lane, the silver medal winner from last year. Mai Han representing China. She takes it up against the current world champion. And of course, the Olympic champion of 2022, Mio Takagi from Japan. Winner of the World Cup this season. And another false start, it looked like. Mai Han in the inner lane moving for the starting pistol. When over here we see the replay right off the screen. Slight movement there by Mai Han, which isn't allowed, of course. Skaters can have one false start and no second false start, either of them. The tension is always high for that second start, but they are away. Pair number 11, Mai Han and Mio Takagi. And the bronze medal winner during World Cup number 5, her best result this season. Ready to skate to 3000 meter on Thursday, where she became 14th. Takagi second in the team pursuit yesterday with Team Event. Great exchange there for Takagi. Can get into the draft of Mai Han. Already alongside her when entering that inner corner. Very fast inner corner. Great technique from Takagi. As Han tries to close that gap. 45-17 for Takagi. Only 0.2 of a second behind of Kok. Kok had that difficult last corner. But we know that Takagi can also do the 1500 meters. She's now on the same pace as Kok. Gaining a little bit every meter. Let's see what her time will be. It is the finish for Takagi, the 1:14.75, a new leader in the curved ranking, 1:15.49. And Mai Han, third place at the moment. There she sits in the stand. Second place for her at the moment. The new best time, Takagi, the 1:14.75. Han and Takagi pushing Rijman de Jong and Yamada out of that top 3 out of the podium places. It's a great race by Mai Han. She now finds herself back in 3rd place. Here we go, the final pair number 12. And what a battle this will be. The bronze medal winner from last year, silver medal winner 2022 Olympics. This is of course Jutta Leerdam representing the Netherlands. Great 500 meter yesterday where she won the silver medal. Takes it up against the bronze medal winner during the 2022 Olympics, Brittany Bowe, representing the USA. Big Paul, the boyfriend of Jutta Leerdam, watching carefully. Red. And we're off in one go. It is the final pair. These women's 1,000 meters. Jutta Leerdam awarded a gold and a silver. The silver yesterday on the 500 meters. The gold from the team sprint on Thursday. Our win on the 1,000 meters. Great start for both women. 79. And that's exactly the same as Takagi. You see speeds towards the 54 kilometers per hour. Now it is Leerdam ahead of Bowe. Almost the same pace as Takagi. It is very tight. Only 200ths of a second between them. 45.15 and 45.87 for Brittany Bowe. Let's see what that last lap will be. Leerdam crossing over. Brittany Bowe in the last exchange. They are at the same pace. The last lap of Takagi, 29.5. Time to beat 1:14.75. Can Leerdam do it? Here she comes. It is the 3rd place. 1:15.05. And what a great race in the end from Femke Kok. Already had to skate in pair number 2. But it is the new world champion. 1,000 meters. Second consecutive world title for Mio Takagi on this distance. Jutta Leerdam ends up in 3rd place. Not so happy after the great 500 meter yesterday. Maybe it came a little bit as a surprise also for her. The beautiful silver medal. Had hoped, of course, to win the world title on the 1,000 meters. It is, in the end, Mio Takagi, who is the best today on the 2nd shortest sprinting distance. So here we have the final results. It is consecutive win for Mio Takagi in first, Femke Kok in second, and Jutta Leerdam in third. That's the podium. Maihan in fourth, Rijpman de Jong in fifth place. Very tight race in front, 23 hundredths of a second behind on Takagi is Kok. Leerdam only 6 hundredths of a second behind on Kok in that third place. We see positions 11 to 20. Very tight race between numbers 10 and 11 as the photo finish had to check their positions here, 21 to 24. That concludes these 1,000 meters for the women. And then we'll have a short break. We move on with the competition at 14:45 local time, so about 8 minutes. We will restart the competition with the men's 1,000 meters. So here we go. After that 1,000 meters for the women, we continue the competition with the men's 1,000 meter, these ISU World Speed Skating Championships. As you see the starting list on the screen, pairs number 1, 2, 4. Stuart Mackinson skating at his home ice rink in pair number 3. Pair number 5 to 8. Still very shortly on the screen here with pair number 9 to 12 with, of course, Nice and McLeod in 10. De Bo and Ning in 11 and Stoltz against Leaf in pair number 12. Will be some very great racing, some good racing here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. We start with the first pair of these 1,000 meters for the men. It is Piotr Michalski starting in the inner lane, representing Poland, against David Larue representing Canada, starting in the outer lane, 26-year-old. There's a double schedule today. We'll also be seeing him on the mass start. Will be the last event of the day. Here we have the start of the first pair. As these men have to set a time to beat for the other competitors. So 12 pairs as well in these 1,000 meters for the men. We have 16.5 opening times for both. 24 skaters at the start of this 1,000 meters, all competing for the world title and a spot on the podium as we have the bell for the last lap. It is Piotr Michalski leading 41.8 against 42.0 for David Larue. Michalski 16 yesterday on the 500 meters. He skated the team sprint on Thursday, the third consecutive day that he is in competition as He sets the first time on the board, the 1:09.08 and the 1:10.00 for David Larue. Those are the first time to beat for the other competitors. Fifth yesterday on the team script with Team Poland. Piotr Michalski as we continue with pair number 2. In the lane for the man from Germany, Hendrik Dombeck. 8th in the team script with Team Germany on Thursday. He takes it up against Katsuya Yamada, representing Japan in the outer lane. Only 23 years old. Numbers 22 and 27 of the World Cup classification. It's a false start. Already in pair number 2, only saw 2 false starts in the women's 1000 meter. Let's see the replay. Should be movement there. Slight movement from Yamada. See it. The right arm moving a little bit. See the warming up room. Jordan Stoltz, who we'll be seeing in pair number 12, warming up. The reigning world champion. Can he defend his title? So we have the restart of pair number 12. Dombeck against Yamada. And they're off. Dombeck against Yamada in this second pair. 1000 meter Aizu World Speed Skating Championships. Great start by Dombeck. 8th in the team strip with Team Germany on Thursday. Got a silver medal in the B division in the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Can he keep that good form and show that in this 1000 meters? We have the first full lap for both men. 42.1 for Dombeck and 42.2 for Yamada. Almost the same lap than Yamada now. Going towards the last outer corner. Dombeck with the extra arm loose. Tries to close that gap to Yamada. Already alongside him. There's the advantage as he crosses the line in a time of 1:09.53. Second place at the moment, 1:10.11 for Yamada. Now finds himself in 4th place. This Jake Paul together with Jutta Leerdam in that cooling down and warming up room. So we continue with pair number 3. It's Marek Kania representing Poland in the inner lane against Björn Magnussen representing Norway. In the outer lane. Both also present yesterday on these 500 meters. Kania ended up in 9th. Magnussen in the end in 15th place as started with pair number 3. So both men have some strong openings in them. And then it's important to keep that speed in the last lap. 16.2 for Kane, 16.3 for Magnussen. It's moving faster than Piotr Michalski with the time of 1:09.08, current leader. Speeds towards the 60 kilometers per hour. Great speed by Magnussen. Almost can hold that corner as here's the battle for the last lap. 24.8 for Magnussen. Great lap. Can he keep that speed up in that last lap? Kania. 25.8 lap time. Now the rhythm is getting a bit slower for Magnussen, and we see that Kania passes him on the inside with the last inner corner. It is a time of 1:09.35 for Kania. Magnussen with that great first full lap, almost 4 seconds. Slower second lap, finds himself back in 4th position at the moment. He enjoys the crowd here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. A lot of Dutch fans, and of course a lot of Norwegian fans. We then move on to pair number 4. In a lane is for Stefan Emile, representing Germany. Number 16 in the World Cup classification this season. He takes it up against Matthias Foste, number 19 in World Cup classification, 6th. Only 1,000 meters during the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Great result, best result this season for him. He already won a bronze medal during the 5th World Cup in Poland, then in the B division, and with a false start. Like for Matthias Foste there, a very tiny movement there from Matthias Foste. That means we will have a restart. The world champion on the 500 meters getting ready for his race. Jenning de Bo. You see him in pair number 11, but now first pair number 4. Again, I think a slight movement there from Matthias Foste, but they may go. Emile against Foste. Emile's second appearance this weekend. He became 8th in the team sprint with Team Germany. 14th on the 1,000 meters in the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Great start by Foste. Some great speed. Already alongside the German skater. A lot of short track speed skating. One of the coaches of short track club Tialf in Heerenveen, and she goes to 42 for Emile. He now has the greater speed over Matthias Foste. Can he close that gap? Foste in the last outer corner. Stays in front and finishes in a time of 1:09. It looked like, yes it is, 1:09.38 for Matthias Foste. Third time at the moment, and 1:09.94 for Stefan Emile. That is the 6th time. Bra getting himself ready as well as Kjeld Nuis with a disqualification on the 1500 meters in Heerenveen. We continue with pair number 5. Tetsuya Shinama representing Japan in the inner lane. 6th on the 500 meter yesterday. As he takes it up against Connor Howe, 24-year-old from Canada. 6th in the team sprint on Thursday for Team Canada. Start of pair number 5 as we look at the top 3 at the moment. Piotr Michalski, the time to beat 1:09.08. Kania second, Volstay in third at the moment. Can these guys beat that time with 1:09.08? Shinama, very fast start, 16:3, 67 for Connor Howe. Slide leg up there in that second corner from Japanese Ishin Hamar. Last year third in the World Cup classification. Still has small lead, but it is Howe with the faster first full lap, 25.3. That's 25.6 of Shinama. This is what makes starting in the inner lane and finishing in the inner lane sometimes with advantage that you can go to from skater on that last chase, but not for Shinama. It is Howe in the end finishing in front, 1:09.15, second place at the moment in the 1:10.28 for Tetsuya Shinama. Small hiccup in that second corner from Shinama, where the speeds are already towards those 60 kilometers per hour. So it is Michalski, Howe and Kania, the top 3 at the moment. It's waiting for the real favorites as we continue with pair number 6. The inner lane, Zach Steppelmore representing the USA. 25-year-old. 18th yesterday on the 500 meters. Taken up against David Bosa representing Italy. So yesterday as well on the 500 meters. Finished in 23rd place. Stoppelmore against Boza in pair number 6. Boza already once 10th on this season during World Cup number 4 in Milwaukee. We have the opening for Stoppelmore, 16.6 and 16.9 for Boza. Great technique in the inner corner from Stoppelmore. Part of the US sprint team with won bronze on Thursday. Already has a medal in his pocket. Can that do any good? The 41.87. Almost the same time as our leader at the moment, Michalski. Michalski had that great last lap. Looks like endurance of Stoppelmore is good. Crosses over Boza. Boza is out of this race, but he has to let the time of Michalski go, as we see on the bottom right of the screen. We have the finish for Stoppelmore. It is a 1:09.54, 6th time at the moment, and a 1:11.44 David Boza. And that's the 12th time at the moment. Was looking good for Hamar. One lap to go, but in the end a little bit too much time to give on that second full lap. We then move on to the final 6 pairs. Pair number 7, Laurent Dubrow, representing Canada 4th on the 500 meter yesterday after a great race, as he takes it up against Joep Wennemars, representing the Netherlands. Wennemars 7th during the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Small movement from his right hand, Joep Wennemars, but they may go from the start of Giovanni Talamini. Laurent Dubrow doesn't feeling good after that great 500 meter, but it wasn't enough for Amanda. Great opening, 16.0 for Dubrow, 16.2 for Wennemars. So Dubrow bronze during the World Sprint Championships in 2024. We know that he has a good first full lap, but what can he do on that second full lap? 49, almost a second ahead of Michalski. But can they keep that speed up in that last lap, that difficult last lap? They're full of adrenaline, but the legs are getting more tired by every stroke they make. Wennemars stays in front. Difficult last outer corner. Stays in front of Dubrow. A great race by Wennemars. It is a 1:08.05 for Joep Wennemars, the new leader in the classification. 1:08.65 for Laurent Dubrow. She finds herself in second place at the moment. Number 7 and 9 in the World Cup classification of this season. So we already know a new track record by Joep Wennemars, the old track record on the name of Thomas Krol, 1:08.16, skated 3 years ago, 2022. So that will be the second track record of this weekend on the individual distances. That's always difficult if you need to skate a bit early in the program like Joep. You don't know what your time is worth. He has to wait 5 more pairs before he knows what his time is worth, as we continue with pair number 8, Damian Zurek, representing Poland, starting in the inner lane against Moritz Klein, representing Germany in the outer lane. Numbers 8 and 13 of the World Cup classification this season. Zurek was also on the 500 meters yesterday, where he became 7th. He was also present on the team sprint for Team Poland, where he became 5th. We started with pair number 8. It is Zurek who takes the early lead. Klein already a little bit behind, 16.2 over 16.6. Those are the opening times for these men. The Klein 8th on the team sprint on Thursday with Team Germany. 11th during the last World Cup in Heerenveen on 1,000 meters. Damian Zurek 2/10 up on the time of Joep Wennemars. Moritz Klein second behind on Wennemars in that first full lap. With this Zurek crossing over Klein. Moves into the last inner corner. He goes on the way to finish in a time of 1:08.73, third time at the moment. 1:09.40 for Moritz Klein. He finds himself back in 8th place. So the top three at the moment: Venemars with the 1:08.05, Dubrow with the 1:08.65 in second, and it is Damian Zurek. We just saw 1:08.73. We then continue to the last 8 men on the ice in these 1,000 meters for the men. It is Ryota Kojima representing Japan in the inner lane against Min-Soo Kim representing Team Hungary. Of course, he was formerly representing the Republic of Korea. He went away on the 1500 meters during the 2022 Olympics as we have a false start. It looked like that was for Min-Soo Kim. It kept moving. Part of Team Gold, coached by Johan de Wit. We will be seeing coaching him on the crossing. And they're off. Pair number 9. Kojima against Kim. Kojima 15. 13 yesterday on the 500 meter. And a great last World Cup in Heerenveen where ended 10th on the 1,000 meters. Min-Soo Kim ended up in 15. Already some great speeds for both men. Kojima, small lead over Kim. Kim trying to close that gap. The first full lap. 600 meters goes in 41.70. 7/10 up on the time of Hugh Venemars. 42.15 for Min-Soo Kim. He stays in front of Kojima. Now goes into the last inner corner. As this, Kojima on the inside, finishing before Kim in 1:09.10, 5th place. 1:09.18 for Min-Soo Kim as he finishes in 7th place. Those are, of course, the positions in the current overall qualification, but we still have 6 men to go as we now go towards the top 6 of the World Cup classification, the 6 best 1,000 meter skaters of this season. We'll see a tough battle here on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Hamar. And here we go, it is pair number 10, Cooper McLeod representing the United States of America in the inner lane. Number 3 in the overall World Cup classification. 3rd yesterday on the 500 meter and 3rd on the team foot. So already 2 bronze medal. And he takes it up against Kjeld Nuis representing the Netherlands. Bronze medal winner from last year, 2nd. During World Cup number 5 in Poland. The former world champion. The Olympic champion of 2018 in the outer lane. As they go, it is Nuis against McLeod. McLeod 2nd during the last World Cup in Heerenveen. That was won by Jenning de Bo. We'll be seeing in the next pair Cooper McLeod against Nuis, 16.2.65. Not the fastest openings. Oh, and a big hiccup there from Nuis. Had that disqualification in 1500 meters during that last World Cup. Wasn't happy with that. Injured himself. Couldn't skate for 2 weeks, but he is back on the ice in Hamar. 14.1 for Cooper McLeod. Great first full lap. A little slower than Venemars. This will be a difficult exchange. Nuis Has to go to the outside immediately. Great for McLeod. There we see the difference to Wennemars. 2/10 up. McLeod on Wennemars. Wennemars 1:08.05. Time to beat. Can McLeod do it? We have to finish in a 1:08.40. Second place for him. And a 1:08.98 for Nuis. And Wennemars is looking with that track record. Will it be enough? But we still have 4 men to go. Still Nuis won't be happy with that performance. Big hiccup. You see the replay here in that corner. There it is. Looks like he just pushes out of the eyes as he just crosses in front of McLeod. A great exchange for McLeod there. Can get into that raft of Nuis. But it wasn't enough to beat Joep Wennemars as we then continue to pair 11. The new 500 meter world champion, Jenning de Bo, representing the Netherlands in the inner lane. The European sprint champion takes it up against Songyang Ning, the winner of the 1000 and 1500 meter World Cup classification last season, where there's a gold medal from the team sprint on Thursday with Team China. Ooh, and a false start. Which isn't the best for Jenning de Bo. He just takes off a bit too soon. There we saw already the movement before the starting pistol went off. And now they're off the 11th pair. Jenning de Bo against Songyang Ning. Numbers 2 and 5 in the World Cup classification of this season. De Bo already that world title yesterday on the 500 meters. 16.2. A little bit slower. Same time as Wennemars, 65 for Ning. Now we have to see that speed move towards the 60 kilometers per hour. Great exchange there for Jenning de Bo. Ning slightly behind. And the fastest speed for de Bo. We have the first two laps. 24.7. Great lap. But he is alongside Joep Wennemars, as you see on the bottom right. Crosses over and Ning. Difficult exchange for Ning. Ning has to hold back de Bo. A difficult last inner corner. Can he beat the other Dutchman, Wennemars? Let's see it here. It is the finish for de Bo. It is the 1:08.21. Second place for him. Wennemars still leading. And what a race did he perform here on the ice of the Olympic Hall. 1:09.43. Songyang Ning, the 14th place, but of course had to hold back on that exchange. Difficult exchange with Jenning de Bo. The world champion on the 500 meter won't be the world champion on the 1000 meter. That is something we know for sure. Won the last World Cup on the 1000 meters. And is beaten now by the other Dutchman, Joep Wennemars. As we then move on to the final pair number 12. And here we have him, the world champion on the 1000 and 1500 meters. Lost his world title yesterday on the 500 meters to Jenning de Bo. This is of course Jordan Stoltz representing the USA, and he takes it up against Martin Leaf representing Estonia. 14th yesterday on the 500 meters. Number 6 in the World Cup classification. Oh, this is also not great for that last pair. As mentioned yesterday, to keep that air circulation throughout the Olympic Hall moving. So we're at the race and all the skaters on the warm-up track skating their laps. Air circulation helps reducing that drag that they all have. And here we go, the final pair, pair number 12. Stoltz against Leaf. The 20-year-old American in the inner lane. Got sick before the 5th World Cup. Had to let a few races go. Wasn't in his best form. Also for this tournament, he said to a couple of journalists, but he is skating and is giving it its all for the world title. Already behind on Wennemars. Leaf trying to get alongside Stoltz, but Wennemars some great laps. 25.0, that's 0.3 of a second slower than Joep Wennemars. Lift the 41.56, just crossing in front. Last lap of Joep Wennemars, 27.0. That's where Stoltz can gain a little bit. We see an advantage on Wennemars or the 0-2. Move it back a little bit. What can he do? It is the world title for Joep Wennemars. What a surprise from the Dutchman. The world champion, the new world champion on the 1,000 meters. Stoltz ends up in 3rd. Also behind on Jenning de Boot. So, what a great race in a new track record from Joep Wennemars. In the end, it is Martin Leaf in 9th place. There he celebrates together with his dad, Hamar Wennemars. Works for the Dutch television. What a great race by Wennemars. Had to go first of all 12 people allowed to draw. His contender in that 7th pair. See the replay of the last race between Stoltz and Leaf. This is the moment that he knows it. The new world champion, Joep Wennemars. Shen Schulting, the girlfriend of Wennemars, celebrating together. What a great race from Wennemars, and what a surprise. Looked like the winner would come from the last 3 pairs, the last 6 skaters on the ice, but in the end it is Wennemars taking home the gold. New track record, the 1:08.05. The name of Thomas score now in the hands of this man. as he can't believe what he has done. The 22-year-old, now world champion in the senior competitions. Here we have the final results. So again, a win for the Dutch. It is Jumbo Edemaerts in first, Yannick de Bo. After that world title yesterday, only 500 meters, now in second. Stolz in third, McLeod in fourth, and Dubrow in fifth. That's the top 5 on these 1,000 meters. We then have again a short break where we'll resurface the ice. After that we will continue the competition at 15:37. So in about 14 minutes we'll restart the competition with the 5,000 meters for the women. The final individual distance of today. First, the medal ceremony for the women 1,000 meters.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the 2025 ISU World Championships 1,000 meters women. The medals will be presented by the President of the International Skating Union, Mr. Jan Kim. And memorable gift will be presented by the Chair of the Organizing Committee. Bronze medalist representing the Netherlands. Bronzemedalist from Nederland, Jutta Berda.
Definitely. Thank you. Yeah, no, I will. Thank you. Thanks.
Silver medalist representing the Netherlands. Silvermedalist from Nederland, Femke Kok. Gold medalist
much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So after the medal ceremonies of the 1,000 meters for both women and men, we continue the competition, the Asian World Speed Skating Championships day number 3, with the final single distance event of today, the women's 5,000 meters, the longest distance for the women. First we have 3 pairs on Lucy Hoffman and Andake, Tal Hall, Harika and Tas, and here the final 3 pairs, Weideman, Groenewoud, Lollobrigida, Stablikova, and the last pair, pair number 6, Bieklund against Konijn. So 12 women battling for the world title on this longest distance. We're in the beautiful Olympic Hall in Hamar, Norway. The track record in Hamar for Martina Sablikova back in 2009 already, and she's still competing at the highest level. Second yesterday on 3,000 meters. It was on Thursday. Her time is 6:50.07. Shall we see that the track record is beaten after it was the world champion in 1,000 meters. Weinemars will beat the track record on the 1,000 meters. Here we go, the first pair on these 5,000 meter 12.5 lap. This is the inner lane for Josie Hoffmann, representing Germany. the outer lane. Ane Adake representing China. Start of the first pair out of 6. So it's at 12.5 laps. 400 meter track. There's a total of 5,000 meters to 5K for the women. So we have the opening 21.48 for Hoffman, 21.7 for Adake. We have to see the progression throughout the race. So often we see a couple of tactics on these 5,000 meters. Most popular within the women's field, but the lap times will increase little by little towards the end as the women try to keep the decay as little as possible. But there are some winners, for example, Groenewoud or Konijn. Can get speed up towards the end of that 5,000 meter. Also here we see different technique. Hoffman choosing to keep her hands on her back. Staying as aerodynamic as possible, as efficient as possible. See the 128, 34, 10. Lap time Adake at 34.3. Slightly slower than the German skater. Chinese right arm loose in the corners. And a little bit more stability. There it is. A little bit more drag. Now comes up on the side of Hoffman. There we see the slightly faster lap time of Adake. Almost the same intermediate time. Now this Hoffman again with a small lead over Adake. 1800 meters, 33.8. Slight acceleration from Hoffman. Adake staying consistent with the 34.1. Hoffman saw also on the 3,000 meters Thursday, where she became 13th from the local classification. 33.8 again. Lap time below the 34 seconds, 33.9 for Adake. She's also now below the 34 seconds again. Slightly high speed from Hoffman. She can take advantage of the draft from Adake. Hoffman 13 on the 3000 meter, also saw on the team pursuit. She ended up in 4th place with Team Germany. 33.6, even faster for Hoffman. 34.6 for Adake. Loses out 7/10 in one lap compared to the last lap, but like she is back up to speed as she gets some instructions from her coach. Let's see what the tactic of Hoffman will be. So 3000 meters, 5 more laps to go. Another 33.8, 34.4 for Adake. She can faster than her last lap, trying to stay close to Hoffman. Adake also present on the 3000 meter on Thursday, where she ended up in 15th place. 7th in the team pursuit with Team China. Both women already twice on the ice during these ISU World Speed Skating Championships. It is now 34-0, back in the 34 seconds for Hoffman, 34-7 for Adake. She still keeps her hands on her back. As aerodynamic as possible, the 28-year-old skater from Germany. Increasing her lead 3 more laps, 34-1. Very consistent from Hoffman. 34-9 from Adake. Has to let Hoffman go now. See Wiklund warming up. She will be skating in the last pair number 6. This will reach it up. 2 more laps to go. 34-0 for Hoffman. Keeps it very consistent. In a slide. Increasing speed. As she has to set the first time on the scoreboard. Now move towards the bell for the last lap. Oh, that's 4 tenths slower. She's getting tired. It's the last lap, so can she give it one more push, keeping her hands on her back? 35-5 for Adake. Keeps her hands on her back. She comes up on the final straight. It is the finish for Hoffman. The time of 7:10.06 with the final lap time 34.9. Second place at the moment 7:16.93 for Ahane Adake. Final lap time 35.59. A great race by Hoffman. Very consistent race. And those last 2 laps, she had to give it a little bit on those lap times of around 34.0 seconds. The rest of the lap times between the 33.6 and the 34.0. So great consistency from her. We then move on to pair number 2. It is Zitai representing China. Only 18 years old. Starting in the inner lane. She takes it up against Lara Hall, representing Canada in the outer lane. Again, 12.5 laps. The second pair of 5,000 meters for women. The ISU World Speed Skating Championships. A great start by the 18-year-old Zintai. 21.0 and 21.7 for Laura Hall. 22 years old, so 2 youngsters on the ice. Let's see the next generation taking on the longest distance known within speed skating. We have to see what their tactic will be. 32.9 for Hall. 33.1 for Ty. Another lap time in the 33 seconds tie, 33.6, 33.9 for Hall. We saw that Hoffman immediately went to 33.8, 32.9. And now gaining a little bit on the intermediate times of our current leader, Josie Hoffman. 1.6 seconds ahead on Josie Hoffman, another 33.8. 11, 33 seconds for the young Chinese. And now get into the draft of the Canadian. It's their first appearance this weekend. World Championships. By best result this season, 5th place on the 3,000 meters in the B division. During the last World Cup in Heerenveen. Lower Hall, best result was a 13th place in the A group during World Cup number 1 in Nagano. Goes toward the 2200 meters. 7 more laps go. 34.1 for Thai, still very consistent. 33.9 for Lower Hall, slightly faster now than the Chinese. Like Shunavat actually waiting for the race. Pair number 4. Is still Thai leading. 43, 48, 33.8, same lap time. Around the same lap times as Josie Hoffman was skating, but we know that the last 2 laps from Hoffman weren't the best. Can Thai keep up, and can Hall close that gap to Team Thai? Looking good for the Chinese as we are over half of these 5,000 meters. 5 more laps to go. Ooh, these are 4 tenths slower than what Hoffman was doing at this stage. We need to keep those times below the 34 seconds or around the 34.0 seconds in order to stay the schedule of Josie Hoffman. Style looks to have that rhythm a little bit. 34.0. Slightly faster once again. Same lap time at this moment as Hoffman. And now came 2 more laps. 34.0 from Hoffman, and then 34.5, 34.9. So the last 2 laps. Last 3 laps. These are the most important. 34.4 loses out 3 tenths on Hoffman. 35.07 Hall. Look out for the time of Hane Adake. See Sabikova entering the Olympic Hall. That great race. She won that silver medal on the 3000 meter on Thursday. Final 2 laps still looking good for Zin Tai. 34.4. Can she keep this up? Only a tenth faster at the stage compared to Josie Hoffman. And now came those difficult laps for the German skater. 34.4, 34.9. She increases her rhythm. Looking good for the Chinese skater as she We'll hear the bell for the last lap. Hall in the back. 34.3, great lap time for Zin Tai. 3 up on Josie Hoffman. Pushes the last bit of energy into the ice. The 18-year-old. Great to see her on these IU World Speed Skating Championships. It almost looks like a finish on the 1500 meters. Here she comes. Great final lap, 33.9. It's the new leader. The 7:08.77. The 7:16.11 from Laura Hall. She finds herself back in third place at the moment. A great race by Zin Tai. She had some left towards the end of these 5,000 meters. Go to pair number 3. It is Momoka Orikawa representing Japan in the inner lane. She's going to take it up against Sadrina Tas representing Belgium in the outer lane. Red armband on that right arm. So here we go. Third pair has started as we heard the Belgium anthem playing in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. 21-0 against the 21-1 Orikawa and Tas. We'll see how this race is going to develop. Ultimately with the hands on the back also in corners. Orikawa. Loose right hand. Keep herself stable in those corners. 21 years old, number 11 in the long distance World Cup classification of the season. So both women in the 3000 meter as well. Orikawa 12 on the 3000 meter on Thursday. That's ended up in 16th place. Lap times of 33.8 and 34.1. We'll need to keep the lap times around those 33.7, 33.8. To keep up with Zin Tai with that great last few laps. Let's see if these women can also be that consistent, maybe even faster towards the end. 9 laps to go. Again, great intermediate time for Orikawa. That's now 34.5. That's a bit too slow at this stage. To increase the speed a little bit in order to keep up. Time to beat 7:08.77 as we see Wiklund ready for a race in pair number 6 against Mira Konijn from the Netherlands. Great race. Hopefully, as we have 8 more laps to go for Orikawa and Tas 34.0 and 34.2. Using her speed a little bit in order to keep up with Japanese skater. already a medal in her pocket. Second on the team pursuit yesterday with Team Japan. Fourth member of the Japanese team pursuit team last 2 years. 33 and 33, 9th round test. Looks like she going faster every lap. Giving it her best towards the end. We're not even halfway. We come up towards 2600 meters. Now we are halfway. 34.3, 34.3 for both women. Still speeding up for one lap, now back in those 34 lows. The World Cup season only had one 5,000 meter. That was during World Cup number 2 in Calgary. It was Harikawa. Ended up in 12th place during the only 5,000 meter in the international circuit. That's also present there in Calgary. Skating in the B division where she won silver. Great to see her now on the ice number 14 in the long distance World Cup classification of this season as we look at the lap times 34.3 and 34.2. Tess again 10th faster compared to Harikama. They're both still slower. We look at the time of Zintai, the current leader in the overall classification, 7:08.77. That's the time to beat. She had a time of 5:26.17 this stage, so 1.6 seconds behind on her. Now came also those faster lap times from Zintai. The last 3 laps were faster for each lap. Can Tess do the same? It looks like she picks up the rhythm a little bit. Horikawa still alongside. There we see it, Horikawa 33.9, Tess 34.55. Tries to keep up with the Japanese to go towards the bell for the last lap for this third pair. That's again 4/10 faster. So not the most consistent race for the Belgian skater. Can she take the win? This third pair against Harikawa. It looks like Zintai is a bit too much for both women. But it is Harikawa now with the advantage as she crosses the line. The time of 7:10.18, third place at the moment. 7:10.99 for Tess. Fourth place at this moment. But not a lot of difference between the top 4. All within 2 seconds on these 5,000 meters. It wasn't the most consistent race of Tess. Variation on lap times overlap quite big. A few tenths up and down, which costs a lot of energy, of course. Which You can use it better way during those 12.5 laps. We then continue with the last 3 pairs. So we are halfway, 6 more women on the ice. Now we're gonna see the top 6 of the long distance World Cup classification. The inner lane for Isabella Weideman, representing Canada. She plays up against Marijke Groenewoud, representing the Netherlands. And we're off with pair number 4. Definitely be looking at Groenewoud and Weideman. Weideman, silver medalist of the 2022 Olympics on this distance. Number 6 in the long distance classification of this season. Groenewoud, the number 7. Skater, great national championship. She managed to qualify for 3 distances, including the mass start, of course, where she's almost unbeatable this season. She will definitely be aiming for the world title tomorrow. It's the last event of these ISU World Speed Skating Championships here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar. Wasn't that happy with the 3000 meter on Thursday. She ended up in 9th place. Can she make up for it today? She already has that gold medal in her pocket from team pursuit. Great performance by the Dutch girls. Saw her on the 5000 meter in Calgary, World Cup number 2, where she ended up in 10th place, but we know that she didn't have the best start of the season. Weideman 14 meters behind on Groenewoud, but I said earlier, that can also be the tactic of Weideman. Maybe it may have a stronger end of 12.5 laps. You can know from Groenewoud that she always goes in hard, trying to keep those fast lap times. She has to do it all on her own. Now Weideman already 15 meters behind. And so her only 3000 meters 7th. On 3000 meters, 3rd in the team pursuit, already has the bronze medal. She was also present on World Cup number 2 for that 5000 meter, where she ended up in 5th place. So Weidemuller, we'll probably see her coming towards the end of these 5000 meter, as we're not even halfway. You see the speed there on the bottom right of Weideman. A little bit faster compared to Groenewoud now at this stage. There we see also the lap times. The 33.3 from Groenewoud and the 33.0 from Weideman. Both faster than our current leader, Zien Tsai, the 18-year-old. Lap times are again slower for Groenewoud, as it is now Weideman right on her back. Can take advantage of that. Getting into that draft of Groenewoud. We now see that big change in speed. 44.5 for Weideman. way faster than Groenewoud as the gap is decreasing. There we see the lap time 9/10 faster compared to Groenewoud. Groenewoud, as said, goes in hard, always. With Weideman looking to have the more consistent lap times. She now is getting along. Marijke Groenewoud as we go towards the last 4 laps. She is past Marijke Groenewoud. Can Groenewoud pick up her speed and stay close to Weideman? Again, a 33 low for Weideman. Great lap times from her up until now. Very consistent racing from the big Canadian. But so strong what she performs here on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Hamar. Can Marijke Groenewoud keep up with Weideman? We don't see the lap times. So here we see it, 33.3. Another great lap time by Weideman. Groenewoud picking up a little bit of pace, 34.2, slightly faster than the previous lap time. But look to her face, she is getting tired. Not for Weideman, looking very focused there. Still keeping up that speed towards the 43-44 kilometers per hour. Increasing that gap to Groenewoud. Very great race. A great race by Weideman, 33.4. Very consistent. And she will be coming up towards the bell for the last lap. For Weideman, what a great performance. With the bell for Weideman, 6:26.69. Almost 8 seconds ahead of Zintai. Oh, maybe a little too fast in the beginning. Doesn't have the energy to close that gap towards the end. As it is Weideman who wins this third pair in a time of 7:00, just in the 7 minutes, 7:00.27. First place for 33.5 as last lap, 7:04.51. Second place at the moment for Marijke Groenewoud. Could hold on to those 34 low lap times in the end. It wasn't as consistent as we saw from Weideman. Great race and great performance by her. So all lap times from the third lap, from the second lap actually, between the 33.0s and the 33.5s. And what a very consistent race. We continue to pair number 5. In a lane, Francesca Lollobrigida representing Italy. And the outer lane, the track record holder and the national record holder, who won a lot of titles and medals in her career. 37-year-old Martina Sablikova. That's the start of pair number 5. So Sablikova against Lollobrigida. Numbers 2 and 5. 5 and 2 of the World Cup classification. Lollobrigida, great performance from her on Thursday. She finished in 5th place. The 3000 meters. 8th on the team pursuit with Team Italy. Wasn't happy about that. Already 2 performances on the ice. This is number 3. She will also be starting tomorrow on the mass start. She will be one of the contenders for the gold medal and will be battling, of course, with Marijke Groenewoud, we saw in pair number 4. So already some fast opening laps for both women. We know from Lollobrigida that she normally opens quite fast and tries to keep those lap times as low as possible towards the end when the legs are really hurting. Sablikova, she has done it all during the last decade. Got a bit emotional during the World Cup in Heerenveen, the last World Cup of this season. She will be skating her last year next season, doing everything for the World Championships and of course the Olympic Championships, after which she will retire from speed skating. Next year the World Championships will be held in Heerenveen, the Netherlands. She got the thought, oh, that will be my last ever championship probably in my career. What a great career she had. Bronze last year on this distance in the World Championships. We have 7 more laps to go, 33.3 and a 33.1. So they need to keep up these lap times. Keep up with the time of Weideman. That said, slowest lap time is of Weideman towards the end. The last 2 laps, 33.5 twice. A very consistent pace from her towards the end. And also for Lollobrigida still on the 33 lows. 33.5 for Sablikova. Loses out a little bit on Lollobrigida and the time of Weideman, but still 2 seconds ahead. Lollobrigida, we also saw her in World Cup number 2 in Calgary, the only 5,000 meter skated this season, where she became 4th. Oh, and this will be hurting a little bit. 33.6 has to keep those lap times below that 33.5 in order to keep up. And also Sablikova now. She decreases in speed. Or is that very slow rhythm, but very effective for the skater from Czech Republic. That's great. 3,000 meter on Thursday. She ended up in 2nd place behind Joy Beunen, current world champion on the 5,000 meter and also on the 3,000 meter that she won last Thursday. But it's very tight racing within the Netherlands. Only 2 Dutch skaters to perform here on these 5,000 meter, and Joy Beunen missed out during the national championships of the Netherlands. Came 3rd in the championship, therefore she is not skating here. Marijke Groenewoud and Merel Konijn we will see in the final pair are skating for the Dutch. Here, Weideman, great race from her. She has to wait about 10 more minutes before she knows if her time is enough for the world title. We see a very strong performance from Lollobrigida, again picking up some pace as we enter the final 2 laps. 33-1, great lap. She goes back to the low 33s and 34-3 for Martina Sablikova now. On top of that, time of Weideman. What a performance from Lollobrigida. Can she keep this up as she will hear the bell for the last lap. Number 2 in the long distance World Cup classification, 32.9, great lap for Lollobrigida. Will get a time below the 7 minutes. Giving it her all. What a great end of this 5,000 meter for Lollobrigida. She will definitely be on the podium if she keeps this up. Here we are, the final 50 meters for Lollobrigida. It is a time 6:56. So 6:56.38 for Francesca Lollobrigida. The great final 3 laps. And those will be hard to beat for the final pair. She will definitely be on the podium. Also a great race for Martina Sablikova. Loving the atmosphere and getting the respect from all the Norwegian fans here in the Olympic Hall. She will start next year in her final season. Final speed skating season. And a great performance from the Italian. So it is Lollobrigida in first. Weideman in second. Groenewoud in third at the moment. 56.38. That's the time to beat for the final pair. Great to see these sportsmanship between these women, Sablikova and Lollobrigida. We wait short time as probably the timing system has to be checked, as we saw the whole day actually already. Few issues with the timing system. Not that we didn't get it, but it was very slow. Which isn't of course the best for the final pair, Ragnar Wiklund and Mira Konijn. Or plan out your whole warming up, your whole preparation. Especially the Norwegian fans will be waiting for the performance of their home favorite, Ragnar Wiklund. So here we go, the final pair, pair number 6. The longest distance for the women this weekend. women's 5,000 meters. And we have the winner of the long distance World Cup classification in the inner lane. It is Ragna Wiklund. She gets cheered on by the Norwegian fans. And she will take it up against another one of the favorites, Miro Konijn, representing the Netherlands. You don't see this that often. A false start on the longest distance. In the end, still need to stay still during that start. And there we see this slight movement of Miro Konijn. So we have a restart for the final pair. Again, slight movement from Miro Konijn, but she may go from starter André de Vries. Wiklund against Konijn. Against, of course, Francesca Lollobrigida. Fast Italian in the last pair. Time to beat 6:56.38. Great technique from the Norwegian. Wiklund, 24 years old. Konijn, a year younger, 23. As they will be staying close. Great battle we saw between Beune and Wiklund on that 3,000 meters. Wiklund, who ended up in 4th place, just missed out on that medal in that 3,000 meters. Konijn surprised herself a little bit. Likes the longest distance more. But she already won that bronze medal on the 3,000 meters on Thursday. Just in front of Wiklund. What an atmosphere here in the Olympic Hall in Hamar as we see Wiklund now gaining a little bit on Konijn. 32.1 and 32.7 for Konijn. Around the time of Lollobrigida. We let her lap times go up a little bit towards the 8th lap. There she had 1:34.0. But then those strong last 4 laps, 33.3, 33.1, 32.9 and a 32.7. The last 4 laps. So it's all about the last 4 laps. Who's gonna win the world title on this 5,000 meters? There's a great battle between Konijn and Wiklund. Wiklund also present on the team pursuit with Team Norway 6th on that team pursuit. Also present during that World Cup number 2, the only 5,000 meter. He will skate at 6th during that World Cup 5,000 meters. Miro Konijn won that silver medal back then, where Joy Beune won the 5,000 meter World Cup, but she's not here. So she has a big chance to get the first place and that world title, but she has to beat Lollobrigida and Wiklund. Miro Konijn now ahead of Lollobrigida as well as Wiklund. 33.0, great lap time still for both women. So we are over half of the distance. 6 more laps to go. 33.0 for Wiklund, 33.2 for Konijn. Again, some great lap times and increasing their gap over Lollobrigida. So as said, towards the 8th lap of Lollobrigida, 34.0. So if they keep up those low 33 lap times, they gain a little bit, but the end of Lollobrigida very strong, as we see in the bottom right. Now they're gaining a little bit, but we know the fast lap times towards the end. 32.9 for Wiklund, great intermediate lap time. 33.6 for Konijn. Can't keep up with Wiklund. Wiklund almost 2 seconds ahead on Lollobrigida. Can she keep up in the final 5 laps? Four laps actually to go. And increasing even more. 32.9. What a great performance from Wiklund. The 33.4 for Konijn, also gaining again a little bit on the time of Lollobrigida, but now came those great lap times on Lollobrigida. An average of 33.0 seconds. It looks like Konijn still has a little bit left. It would be almost impossible to get back to Wiklund. 3 more laps to go. Again, 32.7 from Wiklund, going even faster. Konijn now really has to let Wiklund go. Gaining more by each pass. It is still Wiklund leading, all by her own. Still looking very cool, very relaxed. (32.9), another time below the 33 seconds. Lollobrigida looking at the screen, seeing that the gap is really big. You would think she wouldn't give this away, even with those strong laps of Lollobrigida towards the end. And as the Norwegian fans give one more roar for Ragnar Wiklund. She will hear the bell for the last lap, and now we see it's getting difficult. 33.9, she loses a second. Only in that lap can she keep up. The last lap of Lollobrigida, 32.7. She needs to stay below the 35. And then she's good. Can she do it? Keeping her hands on the back, the same as Konijn. Konijn increasing that rhythm, trying to close that gap. Now that right arm loose as she comes onto the final straight. The final straight for Wiklund. A very close battle between these women. 6:56.38. That's the time to beat. It is the world title for Lollobrigida, as Wiklund just misses out with a 35.5. Very unfortunate for Wiklund, but what a great win for Lollobrigida. What a great race from her. And those final laps, amazing to see here on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Hamar. Wiklund and Konijn looking at the screen. What a race from Lollobrigida, and what a battle between the Italian and the Norwegian. First medal for Lollobrigida on any World Championships. And directly also the first world title on these 5,000 meters. was looking so good for Bicklund, but it was one lap too much. These 5,000 meters. So close for Bicklund, but it is in the end Lola Brigida winning her first medal, first world title. These women's 5,000 meters. Bicklund in second, Konijn finishes in third. Came close, even in those last laps. Weideman in fourth, Sablikova in fifth, Kunovac sixth, Thijs seventh, Hofman eighth, Harikawa in ninth, and Tas ends up in 10th place. Then we'll have an ice reservice before we continue with the final event of today. The men's mass start. So stay tuned to see the final two skaters, Laura Hall and Adener Adeke, on the screen. This women's 5,000 meters. So we'll have a short ice reservice before we continue with the men's mass start.
no problem with it.
Però voglio l'occhiale allora con brillatini e oro, mi raccomando, brillatinato. Grazie. Ci vediamo dopo.
Good end time. I know track record already, and I knew that was a good time to aim for because track record is always good. Then I did my job, and just to wait. I see race and race, not doing my time, and start to loading back. And eventually I opened the goal, and then it happened. I still don't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the 2025 ISU World Championships 5,000 meters for women. Mine damer og herrer, vi får seiersseremoni for 5,000 meter kvinner. The medals will be presented by the ISU representative, Mr. Albert Haskov, and the memorable gift will be presented by the President of the Norwegian Skating Association, Mrs. Mona Adolf. Bronze medalists representing the Netherlands. Bronsemedaljevinner fra Belgia, Merel Cornet. And now, if you're able, please rise for the national anthem of Italy.
So that was the medal ceremony for the women's 5,000 meters. So we saw that great battle between Wiklund and Lollobrigida. And Lollobrigida winning her first world title. So we then move on to the final event of today, the men. Here we have the starting list. So 24 skaters on the starting list will be competing for the world title mass start. So a short delay before we start with the men's mass start. And the 4 skaters will now be introduced. And with helmet number 1 it is the Italian Andrea Giovanni, winner of the World Cup classification this season, second. Number 2 on his helmet, Bart Owev, representing the Netherlands, winner of Maastart World Cup number 2. With number 3 it is Timothy Labineau, representing France, won the first and the third World Cup, and here it is the Olympic and reigning world champion Bart Swings, representing Belgium. Helmet number 5, Indra Medar, also representing Belgium. This result second during the World Cup number 4. Helmet number 6, Jorrit Bergsma, representing the Netherlands. Daniele Di Stefano with helmet number 7, representing Italy. Livio Wenger, representing Switzerland, helmet number 8. Fritz Petzelt, representing Germany. Mathieu Belloir, representing France. Seung-Hoon Lee, representing Korea. Ethan Seperan, representing the USA with helmet number 12. David Leroux, representing Canada. Gabriel Odor, representing Austria. Shomu Sasaki from Japan. Felix Mali, representing Germany with helmet number 16. 17, Alan Dahl Johansen, representing Norway. Motej Jilek, representing the Czech Republic. Peter Michael, representing Australia, helmet number 19. And helmet number 20, Victor Haltorp, representing Denmark. Bin Liu, representing China with helmet number 21. Jamon Chung, representing Korea, helmet number 22. Helmet number 23, Simon Paleka, and helmet number 24, Martin Bajanek, both representing Poland. Those are the 24 men that will be battling for the world title on this men's mass start. So 16 laps, to which we know will be the new world champion, will be Bart Swings. Third consecutive win it can be for Bart Swings after his win in 2023 and 2024. It is the Italian Andrea Giovanni who has led the first lap as the World Cup leader. So a couple of rules, of course, during this men's master. 3 intermediate sprints. You can gain some points, but that won't be enough, as the final sprint on the line is worth 60, 40 and 20 points. So especially in this final, it's all about that world title. Intermediate sprints are not as important as we see during the World Cups, where we also have some semi-finals in which the top 8 or the top 10 qualify for the final. I want to have some points then. Now it's all about who comes over that line first, who's gonna be the first to speed up, and here it is. And of course, one of the French skaters that speeds up as we have the first bell for the intermediate sprint. It is the number 10, Mathieu Belloir, who's leading the pack. Behind him, the number 14, Gabriel Odor. Already going quite fast for that intermediate set. So the first 3 will gain the points. Already lap times of 24.4. You see some movement back there from Jorrit Bergsma for the Netherlands. Odor, Bacinek and Bellewaerde 3, 2 and 1 point. As everything slows down again. Bergsma closing that gap, of course, for his teammate. Holwerf will be looking to get that world title. Was a reserve skater for the team pursuit, but did skate in the end. Especially here for the mass start. It's all coming together. The whole pack back together. 2 Italians close with each other to see the number 16, Felix Mali from Germany, trying to pick up the pace at the front of the peloton. We have the second intermediate sprint. Of course, important for some skaters that may not be skating for the top results. They want to end in a high place in the overall classification, as a lot of their funding for next season depends on it. We'll definitely see some of those skaters going for the intermediate sprint in order to gain some points and end up in the top 5 or the top 8 in the overall classification. Lobino, Medar and Gilek, they got the points. Here we have the classification in the mode. Odor, Lobino, both worth 3 points. This is the number 9, Fritz Petzold from Germany, who tried to keep up the pace. Timothy Lobino from France. As those 4 trying to take a little bit of a leap from the peloton, but it is still very strong Bergsma at the head of the peloton. Bart Swings there, number 2 on his helmet. There we see how it is at the moment, but it doesn't really stop. They keep a consistent pace up until now. So we have the third sprint, lap number 12. Still number 9, Fritz Petzold leading for Timothy Lobino. Indra Medar from Belgium also in the 3rd place. So as said, important for their funding for next season. They gain a few points. As this Medar, number 5 on his helmet, who picks up 3 points. It will now be a tactical race. All countries trying to get next to each other. We see there the Italians and also the Dutch making sure they are together towards the end of this mass start. Six Torp at the back. Helmet number 20 representing Denmark. His girlfriend Sofia Torp Kostrinova. Or his wife, I have to say. Just saw her on the 1,000 meters, and there they come. It is the Dutch. They pick up the pace. The Italians stay where they are. Jorrit Bergsma now giving it his all for Bart Horvath. Bart Horvath in second. The Italians now back there, and also Bart Swings. They are already on the back of Bart Horvath. And also the Koreans trying to stay close. Sang-Hoon Lee. As we go, it is Bearsma. One more push from him. And Bart Swings now already in front for the final lap. Bart Horwath right behind Bart Swings and on the inside. Looks like Sang-Hoon Lee with number 11 on his helmet. And of course Andrea Giovanni with that number 1. Here we go, the final straight. Sang-Hoon Lee is still leading. Sang-Hoon Lee, no it is Andrea Giovanni on the inside. It is the world title for the Italian Andrea Giovanni. What a great final lap by him. And not the third consecutive title for Bart Swings. What a performance by both Italians, being in the right position at the right time. The winner of the World Cup classification, also the best today here on the ice of the Olympic Hall in Hamar, as she celebrates with the Italian team. Great racing by the Italians. So that's a great World Cup season. Not the most wins of everyone, but he was the most consistent throughout this season, and he ends it in a great way by this last push on the final straight. Number 11 leading Sang-Hoon Lee. Then on the inside, Andrea Giovanni with that final push. Bart Swings giving it his all, but it isn't enough. Horwath with a lot of overspeed, but it's just too late also for the podium places. It looks like, yeah, a little bit too late. So it will be Giovanni, Sang-Hoon Lee, and in third, Bart Swings after winning the world title in 2023-2024. Now a bronze medal for the Olympic champion. Here we have the final result. So it is Giovanni winning his first world title. Sang-Hoon Lee in second. Bart Swings in third. Bart Horwath just missing out in fourth place. Sipora, Lobino, Midar, Di Stefano, Odor, and Gilek. That they make up the top 10 on this men mass start. We have here places 11 to 20, so without any points based on the time they crossed the finish line. Machinek and Bedoir fortunately not finishing, even with the points gained. So that concludes this third day of the ISU World Speed Skating Championships. We saw some great battles today on both the 1,000 meters for women and men, and of course on the 5,000 meters for women. And here the replay of a close battle in the last straight of the men's mass start. On the inside, Andrea Giovanni winning the world title. for Team Italy. I want to thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the medal ceremony for these men mass starts, and hopefully we'll see you back tomorrow for the final day of the ISU World Speed Skating Championships. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the 2025 ISU World Championships Mass Start Men. Genomförde i ceremony for the feather start for men. The members will be presented by the ISU representatives, Albert Hasselhoff. And the memorable gift will be presented by the chair of Hamar Skating Club, Mrs. Laila Fischer. Bronze medalists representing Belgium. Bronzemedaille fra Belgia, Bart Svins.
Spectaculaire finish. Zeer gefeliciteerd.
Silver medalist representing Korea. Sølvmedaljen fra Korea, Lee Sung-han.
I think our president will be very proud.
Representing Italy, Jubiläumsjubiläum från Italien, Andrea Giovanni.
Auguri. Thank you.
And now, if you're able, please rise for the national anthem of Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, our congratulations to the